Craving comfort? A great steak drenched in sweet braised onions and gravy? Smothered steaks are your classic comfort go-to. Let's get it started. Here we go. Some quick prep time before we get searing. I've got some beautiful Certified Angus Beef sirloin steaks here. Cut about 3/4 inch thick. Look at that marbling. You know these are going to be good, because if it's not certified, it's not the best. We'll give these beauties a quick little seasoning rub. Salt, pepper, granulated garlic, and paprika. Steaks this good can roll with just salt and pepper, but I'm also looking to bump up the flavor in the sauce. More on that in a minute. I don't know about you, but I love spending time in the kitchen cooking, but I don't like washing too many dishes. Seasoning these steaks in the butcher paper means less to wash, and it keeps raw meat contained. Be generous with the seasoning, and make sure it's all over both sides. All right, on to the onions. I've got a pound here, which is about 3 medium onions. What I'll do is quarter them before slicing. The goal for me is to avoid having those really long, stringy onion pieces when our sauce is done. Onions and garlic will be the main players in our sauce, so we'll get a few cloves of garlic minced to join the party. All right, game on with the heat on. A little oil in a large stainless steel sauté pan and the heat to medium high. You can use a cast iron if you like, but a heavy-duty stainless steel pan like this is ideal when building a sauce after that initial sear. The goal was to get the steaks nicely browned on each side. This is a little more crowded in the pan than I usually do. When sautéing, you really want there to be room around each steak for the heat to come up the sides. But these are pretty thin, so as long as we get nice deep browning on both sides, we're good. These sirloin steaks have been trimmed pretty well, so there isn't a lot of fat on the outside. This also means there isn't much fat rendering for better searing on the second side. Go ahead and add a touch more oil if your pan is dry like mine is here. We're not cooking them all the way at this point, so pull the steaks out and let them sit aside for a few minutes while we build that smother. Your kitchen will be smelling pretty amazing about now. Get that heat down to medium-low and add the onions. Stir them around a bit to get them cooking evenly and work some of that flavor from our steaks into the onions. This sauce is about layers, the seasoned steaks, the onions, and then we'll add more flavor here. The garlic, some dried thyme, and a little more salt. The salt will help draw out some of the water in the onions and get us faster to browning. All right, check this out. The browning from the steaks is still sticking to the pan a bit, and I don't want that to go completely burnt. So I'm adding a touch of water to the pan and scraping the bottom with this wooden spatula. The moisture, with a few quick scrapes, will bring that flavor into the onions, like you want. All right, while the onions soften, let's get our other sauce ingredients together. Add some Worcestershire to beef stock, and to this, we'll add a couple teaspoons of cornstarch. This will be the ideal thickener for our sauce. Whisk it up to make sure there aren't any clumps in the broth before adding heavy cream. Onions should be translucent and a bit browned, so now we can add the liquid. Stir things up, bring to a boil, and reduce to a simmer. When the sauce is thickened after a few minutes, you'll see those nice little bubbles and a good thick consistency. We can nestle those steaks into the sauce. I'll even cover those steaks with onions to get the heat all the way around the steaks. Oh, these are looking so good. We want to gently bring the inside temperature of these steaks to about 120 degrees. While that sauce continues to thicken. Here I'm at 113 degrees, so I'll go for a few more minutes and then pull them. Pro tip here, get the sauce where you want it by adding more cream if it gets too thick. Also, get the steaks doneness right where you want them by pulling them 10 degrees below your target. The temp will still rise as they rest. You could put all the steaks on a platter or put them right onto your plate. Either way, make sure you smother. Top with that delicious onion cream sauce. And for some welcome texture and brightness, top with fried shallots and fresh parsley. Something about a steak just drenched in goodness. Oh, you're gonna love making this at home. See you next time in the test kitchen.